Good morning to all of you. Dear students, in the last session, we have seen three different points regarding the ionic equilibrium. The point of introduction, types of electrolytes, and the degree of dissociation. Now today, let us focus on acid and base theories. So we are having different theories put forth by different scientists to explain the acidic nature of compounds and the basic nature of compounds. So first of all, the first theory put forth was by the scientist Arrhenius. So we call it by the name as Arrhenius theory of acid and base. Now what does this scientist comes to know? If different chemical formulas are seen, like HCl, like CH3COOH, like nitric acid, like sulfuric acid, so large number of examples are there like this. So whenever these compounds, all of them, when they are dissolved in water, they are having replaceable hydrogen ion in their molecular formula like this. So HCl has H, this has H, this has H, this has also H. So when these compounds dissolved in water, they are furnishing H plus ions or protons, and therefore Arrhenius calls such all hydrogen containing compounds as acid, and therefore the Arrhenius definition of acid can be narrated like this: a substance that dissociate in aqueous solution, to give what is called a proton or H plus ion. So basic need of acid according to Arrhenius, that substance must contain at least one replaceable or one removable proton in the molecular formula or hydrogen atom in the molecular formula. So it is a substance that dissociate to in aqueous solution to give H plus ions will be called by the name as acid. So all these are hydrogen compounds on dissociation gives H plus ions. So all are examples of acids. Now if base is considered, again we are having some typical examples or chemical formulas like NaOH is there, like KOH is there, like NH4OH is there, like magnesium hydroxide is there, like aluminium hydroxide is there. So all these compounds contain at least one hydroxyl group in their molecular formula. So here there is a hydroxyl group, here there is a hydroxyl group, here there is a hydroxyl group, here also there is a hydroxyl group and hydroxyl group. So when these hydroxyl compounds will dissolve in water, all of them will dissociate to give OH minus ions, and therefore all such hydroxyl compounds which gives OH minus ions will be called by the name as a base. And therefore what is a base according to Arrhenius theory? A substance that dissociate in aqueous solution to give OH minus ions will be called as a base. So we come to know different examples of bases like NaOH, KOH, NH4OH, MgOH twice, AlOH twice, like this. So this is the first theory given by Arrhenius called Arrhenius theory of acid and base. Now if we want to write in general the dissociation, if it is acid, all acids will be represented by general formula HA. where H stands for the proton that will be given out after dissociation, and therefore this acid, its dissociation can be written as H plus A minus. Once again, the acids can be represented by general formula HA, where H stands for the proton that will be released and A stands for the remaining part of acid. मान लो HCl is there. HCl is one example. Now what is H plus? H plus is the proton. What is A minus? Cl minus is A minus. CH3CO minus is A minus. NO3 minus is A minus, and like that. Now if it is a base, all bases can be represented by a general formula BOH, where B stands for the remaining part of the base and OH stands for the hydroxyl group given out there. So here B plus will be Na plus, here B plus will be K plus, here B plus will be NH4 plus, here B plus will be Mg dipositive, and here it will be Al tripositive, like this. So all these are the examples of bases. Acid is represented in this way, base will be represented in this way, and that base on dissociation will give B plus and OH minus ions like this. So here first theory of acid base, it is Arrhenius theory of acid and base. Now there are certain limitations, we can say, to this theory. This theory cannot explain acidic and basic character of all compounds. What is the condition here? The condition first, there must be presence of H in the molecular formula for the acid, and there must be presence of OH in the molecular formula of acid, one thing. Second thing is, that compound must be dissolved in water for the dissociation. Now here I will clear you one point. In some books you will find the word dissociation, and in some books you will find the word ionization. So there is a basic difference between these two. We are taking both as the same, but actually you should know what is the difference between these two. Whenever we write dissociation, when to call as a dissociation? Dissociation कब बोला जाता है और आयोनाइजेशन कब बोला जाता है? There are two words used. One is dissociation, second is ionization. मान लो अभी केमिकल फॉर्मूला है NaCl, KCl, like this. So already in this molecular formula we are having ions present over there, like this. We can write this NaCl as Na plus Cl minus, like this. We can write this KCl as K plus Cl minus, like this. So if ions are already present in the molecular formula and just they are separated when dissolved in water, the process is called by the name as dissociation. Now for NaCl, KCl, such type of compounds we can use the word dissociation. Ionization, the ions are not present in the molecular formula. HCl is the best example of this. In HCl there are no ions, it's a covalent. When dissolved in water, ions are produced and they are separated, so like this. So here there are no ions present in the molecular formula. Here the ions are already present in the molecular formula. When ions are already present in the molecular formula and they are separated when dissolved in water, the process will be called by the name as a dissociation. And if ions are not present in the formula, they are produced when dissolved in water and separated, then it will be called by the name as ionization. For our simplicity or convenience, both the terms are used in this for the same meaning, and therefore we are using the word dissociation everywhere, even though it is HCl or even though it is H2SO4 and like this. So what are the limitations of Arrhenius theory? It cannot explain the acidic nature of compounds which do not contain hydrogen. It cannot explain the basic nature of compounds which do not contain OH. It cannot be explained in non-aqueous solutions water must be present. The mere presence of water is required for the theory to explain the acidic and basic nature. So with these limitations, whenever a theory has got limitation, definitely some another improvement in the previous theory is made and new theory is put forth. So the second theory of acid and base, it is called by the name as Bronsted theory of acid and base. Lowry and Bronsted, they have given this acid base theory in different manner. Now, what is acid according to Bronsted theory? Acid is a substance which donate proton. So yes, the second theory, Bronsted theory. Now according to this, what is an acid? In half a sentence we can remember, any species that donate a proton. So proton donation will be the tendency of acid according to Bronsted theory. Now what is a base? Exactly opposite, a species that accept a proton. So proton donor is acid and proton donor acceptor is base. Now let us try to consider a simple example. HCl plus H2O, or before that a single species HCl, it gives H plus Cl minus. If you see the reactants and products, what you can comment? HCl donates a proton, so proton donor will be called as an acid. So here HCl will be an acid. If the same reaction is seen in the reverse direction, Cl minus will accept a proton, and we know proton acceptor will be called as a base, and therefore this Cl minus will be called by the name as a base. So in one and the same reaction, considering the Bronsted theory, only in the same reaction we can define acid as well as we can define a base. If you read the reaction in forward direction, we will come to know acid, HCl is an acid because it donates a proton, and in the reverse direction Cl minus accepts a proton and therefore it is base. But this base is called by the name as a conjugate base. This base is called by the name as a conjugate base. Greek word, meaning of it is self-generated. Meaning of this is self-generated. So whenever we are removing a proton from the molecular formula, whatever is left behind, it is self-generated by removal of proton, and therefore it is called by the name as a conjugate base. So here we can say HCl is an acid and Cl minus is its conjugate base. So Bronsted theory gives you one acid base pair, and that acid base pair is called by the name as a conjugate acid base pair. So a pair of acid and base which differ by a proton. What is a conjugate acid base pair? Very simple thing. A pair which differs by a proton is called conjugate acid base pair. HCl से प्रोटॉन निकाल दो, Cl माइनस मिलता है, Cl माइनस में प्रोटॉन जोड़ दो, HCl मिलता है. So this HCl and this Cl minus, these two species differ by a proton, and such an acid base pair that differs by a proton will be called by the name as a conjugate acid base pair. So here now let us turn towards some more examples. HCl plus H2O, it gives H3O plus Cl minus. They will give you any such type of reaction and will ask you to find out the conjugate acid base pairs in this reaction. So it's very simple. Try to read the reaction in the forward direction first. If HCl donates a proton, we'll see Cl minus on the product side. If water donates a proton, we'll see OH minus on the product side. मी नाही दिसलो तरी चालेल. If HCl donates a proton, Cl minus should be observed on the product side. If H2O donates a proton, OH minus should be observed on the product side. अगर HCl प्रोटॉन देता है तो प्रोटॉन निकालने के बाद Cl माइनस प्रोडक्ट साइड पे दिखना चाहिए, और अगर वाटर डोनेट से प्रोटॉन तो प्रोडक्ट साइड पर OH माइनस दिखना चाहिए. सो टेक द जजमेंट ऑफ दिस. We are having Cl minus on the product side, so definitely HCl has donated a proton, and therefore HCl can be called by the name as acid, and Cl minus is called by the name as its conjugate base. So read the reaction in forward, how to find out the conjugate acid base pairs. Read the reaction in forward direction first. Identify one pair. Call that pair by the name as first acid base pair. So we'll write here acid 1 and base 1. So these two are conjugate acid base pairs, first pair. Now try to read the reaction in the reverse direction. एक ही साइड पर कभी दो बेस नहीं आते, एक ही साइड पर कभी दो एसिड नहीं आते. तो यहाँ पे एसिड 2 लिखना तो गलत बात है, बिकॉज टू एसिड्स कैन नॉट रिएक्ट विथ वन अनदर. यहाँ पर भी बेस लिखना गलत बात है, टू बेस कैन नॉट रिएक्ट विथ वन अनदर. सो विदाउट एनी थिंकिंग आई कैन राइट ओवर हेयर acid 2 and I can write over here base 2. So this is the second conjugate acid base pair I am getting from this reaction. So in this way, if a reaction is given to us, we should be able to find out the conjugate acid base pairs in the reactions. थोड़ा इसको explain करते हैं, बाकी practice के लिए कुछ examples will solve. Now when the reaction takes place in the forward direction, HCl donates a proton and H2O accepts a proton. So HCl is an acid and Cl minus is its conjugate base. When the reaction occurs in reverse direction, H3O plus donates a proton, therefore it is acid, and H2O is its conjugate base. So HCl and Cl minus is first conjugate acid base pair, and H3O plus and H2O is the second conjugate acid base pair in the reaction. Okay. Now let us try to solve some examples as a practice to identify conjugate acid base pairs. We'll write some reactions over here. HCl plus NH3 gives NH4 plus Cl minus. One more, NH4 plus water reversibly gives H3O plus NH3. H2O plus carbonate ion gives HCO3 minus plus OH minus. NH4 plus CH3COO minus reversibly gives CH3COOH plus NH3. So for your understanding, we have written some examples over here. So let us go one by one. तो पहले ही मैं कह चुका हूँ, रीड द रिएक्शन इन फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन फर्स्ट. पहले रिएक्शन को फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन में सोचो. अगर HCl प्रोटॉन डोनेट करता है तो Cl माइनस शुड बी ऑब्जर्व्ड ऑन द प्रोडक्ट साइड. अगर NH3 प्रोटॉन डोनेट करता है तो NH2 प्लस शुड बी ऑब्जर्व्ड ऑन द प्रोडक्ट साइड. What we are getting? Cl minus. So this can be called as acid. We'll refer it as 1, and this will be its conjugate base. We will refer as B1. So first acid base pair is obtained, HCl and Cl minus. तो दूसरी बात मैं बता चुका हूँ. Don't think more now. यहाँ पर बेस आया है, without any thinking write down A2 and write down B2 here. So this is second acid base pair. In the reverse reaction, NH4 plus donate a proton, so that is acid, and NH3 is its conjugate base. Second example, अगर NH4 plus proton देता है तो क्या बचेगा? इफ वी रिमूव NH4 प्लस, H प्लस फ्रॉम NH4 प्लस, आपको NH3 मिलना चाहिए प्रोडक्ट साइड पर, और अगर H2O प्रोटॉन देता है तो प्रोडक्ट साइड पर आपको OH माइनस दिखना चाहिए, इजंट इट? अभी देख लो क्या मिलता है। तो प्रोडक्ट साइड पर NH3 दिखता है, मतलब हुआ NH4 plus is donating a proton, and therefore we can write A1, that is acid first in the reaction, and NH3 is its conjugate base, we'll write B1 here. अभी सेकेंड ट्रिक अपनी कि विदाउट थिंकिंग डायरेक्टली राइट ओवर हेयर A2 and write over here B2. So which are the conjugate acid base pairs in the reaction? तो आंसर देना चाहिए NH4 plus comma NH3 is first pair and H3O plus comma H2O is the second pair. Clear to you? Now third example, H2O CO3 minus. अभी यहाँ पर देखो, this species it cannot donate a proton because यहाँ पर प्रोटॉन है ही नहीं molecular formula. अगर फॉर्मूला में नहीं है तो देने का सवाल ही नहीं आता. सो CO3 minus 2 cannot donate a proton, it will accept a proton. If H2O donate a proton on the product side, we'll see OH minus, and therefore here we can write A1 and here we can write B1. H2O and OH minus is the first conjugate acid base pair in the reaction, and secondly, don't think more, if base is here, directly write acid 2 and directly write base 2, acid 2 and base 2. So there are two conjugate acid base pairs, water and OH minus is the first pair and HCO3 minus and CO3 minus 2 is the second pair. अभी लास्ट एग्जाम्पल सोच लो, NH4 प्लस अगर प्रोटॉन देता है तो विल गेट NH3 ऑन द प्रोडक्ट साइड. अभी यहाँ पर इसके पास प्रोटॉन है ही नहीं देने के लिए, सिमिलर टू दिस, एंड इट विल एक्सेप्ट ए प्रोटॉन. सो NH4 प्लस अगर प्रोटॉन देता है तो इट इज एसिड 1 एंड conjugate base of that will be NH3, that is B1. So first pair of conjugate acid base we are getting NH4 plus and NH3. अभी without any thinking, write here A2 and write here B2. So in this way the conjugate acid base pairs can be identified if some examples are given to you. Now some additional points regarding this Bronsted theory. अभी आप लोगों ने पहले देख चुका है स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड्स, स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिस, वीक एसिड्स, वीक बेसिस. एवरी एसिड, अभी व्हाट दिस एग्जांपल्स टेल यू, every acid has its conjugate base. HCl having conjugate base Cl minus. Every base has its conjugate acid. NH3 बेस है, उसका conjugate acid क्या है? NH4 plus. So every acid has a conjugate base and every base will have conjugate acid. अभी HClO4 will write one formula, perchloric acid. Now when this perchloric acid will dissociate, it will give you H plus plus ClO4 minus, chlorate ion and H plus, perchlorate ion and H plus. Now this acid is very strong acid. Perchloric acid is very strong acid. Now इसका conjugate base क्या है? तो if you remove proton from this, ClO4 minus is obtained and therefore it will be called conjugate base of perchloric acid. What this theory tells you, the reaction is reversible of course. अगर एसिड स्ट्रांग है तो अपना कंसेप्ट बोलता है इट गिव्स मोर एंड मोर H plus ions at equilibrium stage. So whenever equilibrium stage will be reached, maximum number of H plus ions and perchlorate ions will be present on the product side, and this perchlorate ion will not have any tendency to combine with this proton because the acid being strong, its conjugate base will always and always will be weak. This point is to be remembered forever. If an acid is strong, we are getting a conjugate base from it. The strong acid will have weak conjugate base Once again I will repeat. The strong acid will have weak conjugate base. From this single sentence you can remember 4 multiple choice questions. So I will write one point and will prepare 4 different points from this. The point is strong acid has weak conjugate base. Strong acid has weak conjugate base. अभी तो इस एग्जाम्पल से ये बात तो समझ में आई कि परक्लोरिक एसिड स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड है. द इक्विलिब्रियम इज प्रेजेंट मोर टुवर्ड्स द प्रोडक्ट साइड. क्यों स्ट्रॉन्ग है? वाई दिस बेस इज वीक? द इक्विलिब्रियम इज शिफ्टेड मोर टुवर्ड्स द प्रोडक्ट साइड, मीन्स ClO4 minus is having no tendency to combine with proton and give back again this HClO4 molecule, and therefore it remains in solution in this format. मतलब हुआ कि no tendency to combine with this proton, तो ये weak base हो गया. The tendency of this base to accept the proton is rare and therefore it is weak. So every strong acid will have weak conjugate base. The second point is weak acid has strong conjugate base. Weak acid has strong conjugate base. इसको उल्टा कर दिया. The first point is exactly made opposite. Weak acid has strong conjugate base, which is the example. Acetic acid is the example. Now we'll write over here CH3COOH. It gives you acetate ions plus a proton. Again the reaction is reversible. Why this is called weak acid? The equilibrium is shifted more towards the reactant side. The equilibrium is shifted more towards the reactant side, meaning the molecule has, or the substance has less tendency to undergo ionization. Secondly, if the equilibrium is shifted more towards the reactant side, मतलब हुआ जैसे ही एसिटेट आयन और प्रोटॉन फॉर्म होते हैं, immediately that proton combines with this acetate ion to give back acetic acid. So इसको existence stability नहीं है, तो it will combine with this and the reaction will go in the backward direction. So this acid was weak, but the conjugate base has a strong tendency to accept the proton, and this acetate ion therefore accepts a proton readily and gives you acetic acid. So we are writing weak acid, this is weak acid, has a strong conjugate base. This is the conjugate base of acetic acid. The acid being weak, the base of it is always a strong. So such type of point. Third point is strong base has weak conjugate acid. Strong base has weak conjugate acid, and weak base has strong conjugate acid. So forever just remember one point, will prepare other points yourself. No need to mug up the things. Just keep the concept in mind. So which are the strong acids? We'll have a list of some strong acids. Perchloric acid is known to us now. The ionization of this is in this way. Now let us take the examples of strong acids. One is perchloric acid, second is HCl, third is HBr. HI is also a strong acid, hydroiodic acid. Then nitric acid is also a strong acid. H2SO4 is also a strong acid. So we'll have written some list of acids. Now strong acid will have weak conjugate base. So Cl minus will be a weak conjugate base of HCl. Br minus will be a weak conjugate base of HBr, I minus will be a weak conjugate base of HI, and nitrate ion will be weak conjugate base of nitric acid, and sulfate ion will be weak conjugate base of strong sulfuric acid, like this. Now, which are the acids that are weak? Nitrous acid is a weak acid, HNO2, it is a weak acid. Now, if the acid is weak, its conjugate base will be strong. HF is a weak acid, acetic acid is a weak acid. So all these are the examples of weak acids. What is the conjugate base of this nitrous acid? It will be NO2 minus. If the acid is weak, its conjugate base will be strong. So nitrite ion is the strong conjugate base of weak acid, that is nitrous acid. Fluoride ion, F minus, will be the strong conjugate base of this weak acid, HF, hydrofluoric acid. And here acetate ion will be the strong conjugate base of weak acid, that is acetic acid, like this. So with these 4 points we'll come to know the second theory, that is Bronsted theory of acid and base. Now, if some reactions are seen, we'll come to know one more concept, and that concept is amphoteric species. And that concept is amphoteric species. So, we'll write some examples for your understanding. The first one is H2O plus HCl. It gives H3O plus Cl minus. And the second one, H2O plus NH3. It gives NH4 plus OH minus. Now, if you try to write acid base below this species, it is easy. We'll write here A1, we'll write here B1, we'll write here A2, we'll write here B2. The conjugate acid base pairs are identified. Now here, we'll write here NH3 accepts a proton and therefore it is base. H2O donates a proton, A1, B1, A2, B2. तो इन दो रिएक्शंस में अभी गौर कर दो. दिस वाटर और this is water and this is also water. In first reaction we have written B2 below water, means it is a base, Bronsted base. Below water in the second reaction we have written A1, matlab what? This is acid according to Bronsted theory. So one and the same species, when it behaves both as acid as well as base, the species is called by the name as amphoteric species. And the very first and familiar example of amphoteric species, it is water. So water acts as an amphoteric species when it is treated with acid stronger than itself. मतलब वो water के पास दोनों भी characters है. एक तो ये प्रोटॉन डोनेट भी करता है या फिर प्रोटॉन एक्सेप्ट भी करता है, but that depends upon the other species that is in contact with water. पहले एग्जाम्पल में देख लो कि वाटर के साथ अगर एनी स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड रिएक्ट होता है तो ये तो एसिड बोल के ही काम करेगा बिकॉज इट इज स्ट्रॉन्ग, एंड देयरफॉर वाटर हैज टू एक्सेप्ट ए प्रोटॉन फ्रॉम दिस एसिड एंड देयरफॉर इट वर्क्स एज ए बेस. अगर वाटर किसी स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस के साथ रिएक्ट होता है तो उसका एसिडिक कैरेक्टर डोमिनेंट रहेगा, इसका बेसिक कैरेक्टर डोमिनेंट रहेगा बिकॉज ये स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस और ये वीक एसिड रहेगा. सो दिस NH3 being a strong base than water, it will accept a proton and will behave as an acid. So water is the first amphoteric species we come to know. Water is first amphoteric species that we come to know. Now what are the some more examples of amphoteric species? See, H2CO3 carbonic acid, it gives H plus plus HCO3 minus, then again HCO3 minus, it gives H plus plus CO3 minus 2. इसको उल्टा भी लिखते हैं, HCO3 minus plus H plus gives H2CO3. Polyprotic acid, more than two protons in this formula. In first step, first proton is donated, so this is acid. This is its conjugate base. उल्टा कर दिया, HCO3 minus can accept a proton, it is base and it is acid. तो here HCO3 minus आप बेस लिख देते हैं, here HCO3 minus यहाँ पर एसिड लिख देते हैं. सो वन एंड द सेम स्पेसीज, आइदर इट बिहेव्स एज एन एसिड और इट बिहेव्स एज अ बेस. तो अगर किसी फॉर्मूला, कोई फॉर्मूला इफ इट डिसोसिएट्स इन मोर देन वन स्टेप, ये तो पूरे सिंगल स्टेप वाले लिखे थे. इफ एनी फॉर्मूला इज देयर दैट डिसोसिएट्स इन मोर देन वन स्टेप, तो उसके इंटरमीडिएट स्पेसीज जो मिलेंगे आप लोगों को. अभी ये तो इंटरमीडिएट स्पेसीज हो गया किसका, कार्बोनिक एसिड का. क्यों इंटरमीडिएट हो गया, तो इसके बाद आगे चल के ये और भी डिसोसिएट होता है. ये इनिशियल है, ये फाइनल प्रोडक्ट है, और ये इन दोनों का इंटरमीडिएट है. तो ध्यान में रखना चाहिए कि इंटरमीडिएट स्पेसीज इन मल्टीपल स्टेप्स, दैट इंटरमीडिएट स्पेसीज विल वर्क एज एम्फोटेरिक, and therefore HCO3 minus is one more example of amphoteric species. Now let us see one more example. We are having H2SO4. चलो पहला स्टेप, एक प्रोटॉन मिलेगा, HSO4 माइनस विल रिमेन बिहाइंड. कंटिन्यू करो. अगर ये HSO4 अगेन डिसोसिएट होगा तो आपको वन मोर प्रोटॉन मिलेगा एंड विल रिमेन विथ सल्फेट माइनस आयंस. ओके, नाउ दिस अगेन a species which dissociate in two steps, more than one step. तो ये इसका intermediate species हो गया. If you go in back direction, क्या बोलोगे HSO4 को, इसको बोलोगे base, because it accepts a proton and gives its conjugate acid. अगर forward direction में देखोगे तो HSO4 minus donate a proton और इसको SO4 minus 2 में कन्वर्ट होता है. सो दिस इज एसिड. दिस इज द इंटरमीडिएट स्पेसीज ऑफ दिस रिएक्शन, स्टेप्स ऑफ रिएक्शंस. अगर पीछे आओगे प्रोटॉन एक्सेप्ट हुआ, अगर आगे जाओगे प्रोटॉन डोनेट हुआ. सो इसका ये एसिड हो गया कॉन्जुगेट, इसका ये बेस हो गया कॉन्जुगेट. सो वन मोर एग्जाम्पल, दैट इज HSO4 minus is also a conjugate intermediate and therefore it is amphoteric. आप लोगों को सॉल्व करने के लिए some work. H3PO4. अब इसका सोच लो. I will not tell anything. Just how many steps will be there, how many intermediate species will be obtained, and how many amphoteric species will get from this phosphoric acid, you decide yourself. So